In Durban this week, residents in the suburb of Merebank were reportedly not able to sleep Monday night due to the release of a chemical called methyl mercaptan into the area. That information from Desmond, who speaks for the South Durban Community Environmental Alliance. It claims that the Engen Refinery in Tara Road was responsible. Engen, says News 24, saying a small amount was leaked and detected immediately and then isolated. Desai joins us now on Wednesday lunchtime. Mr. Desai, good afternoon to you. Very quickly, in your own words, what happened and how many community members were affected?
Well, in a radius of 1 kilometer, we had over 50 homes that were affected on the night of the incident. Methyl alkaline metallic is quite a serious and critical chemical that's used in the refining process. We tried to get all of the engine management on the night. We were unable to, but we did get all of one of the senior health regulator officer who came out to the scene and was able to then justify that that the Engen Refinery was in fact the guilty party on the night of the incident. A lot of people were complaining of nausea. A lot of people just couldn't sleep. The irritation of the eyes. It's just lucky we did not have serious fatalities on the night, else this would have been quite serious. But
Mr. Desai, so Engen saying, and we don't have them on, and we will endeavour to get hold of them. They are saying that it was a small leak, that it was isolated and brought under control quickly. Are you satisfied then with that answer and the response to the concerns that the community had?
Well, I'm not satisfied because then they must show the data from the refinery of how much of the small leak they're talking about. Because even in small dosages, this would have an impact on people's health and well-being. And might I just say, Jeremy, since the level 3 lockdown, we moved to level 3. This is a series of incidents that have occurred since the refinery started up. So it's one of many that have started and affected us in the local community for the past 2 months since level 3.
Mr. Desai, when you say a series of other incidents, similar incidents or different incidents, what happened?
Well, similar incidents of gassing out the local communities because the refinery was unstable. There was also an issue of that the flaring had created huge problems and eventually all those chemicals of sulfur dioxide, H2S, ended up into people's homes. So chemicals, the refinery's got a lot of different chemicals that come out of the process. It's not one chemical that you can identify unless you measure for at least for the entire chemical production of the plant. But this is one of the many series of incidents that the health regulators in Durban have documented, have come out and seen and witnessed themselves. They informed us as community that they were dealing with the problem. But we all well known that the Engen Refinery is untouchable. They are not prosecuted. There's no law in force for any admission of guilt in regard to the high levels of toxic emissions.
Right, those are serious claims. When you say the refinery is untouchable, what do you mean?
I mean that the refinery is managed out of Cape Town. But at the local level in Durban, where the refinery produces all their products, the legal team is made up of one of the local council, one of the acting municipal manager's wife, might I say on record. And that hence we believe that that's why the company has not been held to account.
And when you put these claims to the company, what are you told?
Well, the company refuses to meet and talk to us. We have put these claims at a national level at the National Portfolio Committee meetings on Zoom that we had a couple of weeks ago about why is this refinery that's blowing up all the time not being held accountable? Are they waiting for a similar incident to what happened in Cape Town with the Chevron refinery?
So, Mr. Desai, what is your next move then? What are you going to do? What are your plans?
Well, we are talking to a number of people in trying to get this addressed, but also we have spoken to the National Portfolio Committee We are also talking to get legal advice around this issue of how we can hold these companies accountable during this pandemic that we are having, where people have been affected even more than ever before.
All right, Desmond, I'm going to thank you for joining us.